first grade French class at St. Michael's School in Toronto. And yet, there is something unique about this group. Right next door is Market Lane Public School. They too are involved in a special pilot project. Both schools have welcomed children with challenging needs as a part of their communities.
Good. In the box. Thanks. Peach. Orange. What color is it? Green. It goes with this green pair.
Using a large, open area concept, kindergarten and first grade children have their needs met in a child-centered learning environment.
A few steps more and they came to their own road through the meadow and turned up the lane leading to their house. Smoke was coming out of the chimney, which meant the little girl's father had made a fire to welcome them home. Wild asters bent from side to side in the wind, and the leaves blew in swirling circles over their heads.
Big, brave lions.
These two schools are giving us a vision. As these children grow into adults, their values and attitudes will echo the sentiment, there are no handicapped people. All people are special and can find mutual benefit in being together. Traditionally, these children are put into institutions, schools for the retarded, developmental centers, or segregated classes. Up to now, that's been the only choice. Today, new doors are opening.
This is the post office, okay?
now because everybody's got their glass. You can't. Well, try your best, and if you can't finish it, maybe Marie will help you finish it off. Not such a... Take a few more bites.
What you're seeing is friendship, caring, love, among children who normally wouldn't touch each other. For changes to happen in our schools, in our communities, people need to share the vision of being together.
Or special settings really learned how to get along in the real world, and so-called normal kids never learned how to relate to them. Well, the story we've got for you today is about bringing all kinds of kids together.
Because of the weather.
This is Brebeuf College School, a high school for boys. This class is a bit different from the others in the school. All these kids have some kind of handicap.
Okay.
Like in our class.
Back to your own class. Oh, what else?
Most of them, like Dominic Petzo, go to regular classes with the rest of the kids at the school. It's called integration. Kids with special needs, like Joe Pellerito, are brought together with so-called normal kids. No matter how handicapped they are, they're still together with the other kids.
Okay, the next one is a track.
This is the grade 10 class Joe spends most of his days with. Used to be, kids like Joe were kept apart or segregated from other so-called normal kids. They went to a special school, but not here. The reason is this: kids like Joe will get to know what it's like in the real world. They'll be treated like everyone else, and will learn how to get along with others. What was it like for you at other schools before you came to this school?
My school, they were terrible because they didn't teach me so good.
Before coming to this school, kids with handicaps learned like how to brush their teeth, the kind of thing usually taught to much younger kids. What they didn't get much of were subjects you normally get in school.
They didn't teach me like a teenager, like this school.
How exactly did they treat you? Did they treat you like a baby, you mean?
Yeah. They teach me like a baby in that school.
They're being exposed to subject matter that they know exists, history, math, etc., all those areas, in a real classroom situation that they're so proud of. They may not be learning what the rest of the guys are learning, But they've got their curriculum in there, and they feel great because they're in a regular classroom with regular guidance.
Everything from phys ed to music to science. Classes like this are giving them an opportunity to do something they've never done before. Make friends with all kinds of kids.
What were your first impressions when you saw that it was mixed?
To tell you the truth, I felt sorry for these guys when I saw them the first time. Automatically, I segregated them. I wanted them out of this, like, sort of push them out of the school sort of thing. I wasn't for them being here in the first place when they came in until I learned that there's something there.
Sorry for them now?
No, they're my friends now.
Have you made friends here?
Yeah, I made friends in the gym. When I walk down the hall, they say hi to me sometimes.
Do you, when you first came to this school, did they stay away from you?
Yeah.
Because you were different?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And now they know me more better. They not shy about me no more.
They don't call me names at the school. But if they do, they're only playing around. Like playing around with jokes.
They're being exposed to real-life situations like actual tomfoolery going on in the hallway where they're included. They're actually having people come up to them and look them in the eye and say, "Hi, how are you?" People who really care.
This is one of the most popular classes in school, computer studies. And like the rest of the school, special needs kids also take part. This computer period is supposed to be only for the special class, but the other kids often drop in and get involved too. In fact, it was this guy, Ted Malucci, who started this program teaching these kids about computers. He believed that given half a chance, kids with handicaps could learn to operate computers like anyone else.
What is it? One thing I found in computers is I put them on things that, oh, he can't do that, but let him try anyways, and he does it. And everybody thinks, no way they can do this. And then you sit them down and you see them do them, and that's the real satisfaction about it. It shows everyone's wrong about, like, all their attitudes are wrong. You sit them down and they do it.
Tony?
The special class gets together several times a day to take classes such as geography or French. Even when the school day's over, the program still continues with other activities. Like the school dance band. Joe takes part in this too. He plays drums. There's no question that kids like Joe have benefited from this. In fact, there have been a lot of changes in attitude for most of the kids.
We're the ones really changing, not them. We've got this stereotypic image of these retarded kids, and they're just changing the whole thing. They're normal, everyday guys that just got some problems. Then again, so does everyone. Well, now on to a totally new subject. Our next story is about hockey.